Hello and welcome to The Corner. I'm the Frosted Glass and I'm joined by my fellow Alabaster Savages, Jack Gunsky.
You ever have a compound headache? Because I think I'm just about to get it in like 5 minutes. Or make that 2 minutes.
Moonshock,
Hello, everybody.
Terry Diamantis.
Have you considered a guillotine, Jack? I hear that will make the pain in your head just gone.
It'll make you forget everything.
Yeah.
I'll need a test run. Terry, you try it.
Only if he starts going bald.
Yeah.
And this week's
Different.
special guest, the next 6 minutes.
Well, y'all invited the beaner on again, but I must say I regret to inform all of you that I forgot to call my mariachi friends to play music in the background as the stream goes along.
Oh,
Well, better the beaner than the beanie.
Oh!
can you at least
I have a full hair.
can you at least play Spanish Flea or something?
Sorry. Copyright strike.
Yeah.
You heard it here first, folks.
All right. And with our first article, it seems that we owe Six an apology.
Okay.
America's drug war has turned Mexico into a failed state.
Oh, America's drug war. America did this to Mexico. America did this to Mexico, guys.
How dare you?
It just reminds me of Team America, where it's shown like Sean Penn, and he's like, before America got there, Iraq was a wonderful place where all the children played with gumdrop smiles and
Alexander Ziprovich. Oh, it's a Yugoslavian guy. What the hell does he know about America's drug war?
What the hell are they gonna say? How the hell are they gonna try to justify that Mexico is America's problem? The biggest argument that Mexico is America's problem is because all the Mexicans who aren't criminals keep coming here. They keep coming here to escape the crime. And then the criminals come here to give us more drugs. What?
Well,
speaking of which, thanks for the drugs, Six.
so
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome.
as was expected, this gentleman, author here, he's from Seattle.
Yeah, there's a shock.
Mm-hmm.
The Mexican government brought a lawsuit against 10 American gun manufacturers and suppliers this week, filing a case in federal court in Massachusetts alleging gross negligence against the companies for allowing their lethal military-grade weapons to be sold illegally in massive quantities to drug trafficking cartels in Mexico, fueling the nation's horrific bloodshed. That was all one sentence. America's own Department of Justice found that 70% of firearms submitted for tracing in Mexico between 2014 and 2018 had their origins in the United States. Fast and Furious. 36,000 Mexicans were killed in 2018 alone.
Yeah,
Okay,
there's plenty more
I'm-
where that came from.
I'm waiting to hear the part where we should actually care about this.
Wait. They're blaming us for selling guns to foreign nations.
Wow.
You're talking about every single gun manufacturer in the world. Everyone sells to foreign nations. Everyone sells to terrorists. Everyone sells to drug cartels. They all sell guns because that's just what they do.
If it weren't for the guns, Mexico would be a peaceful and prosperous nation, Jack.
Mexico would have gotten the guns from another country, and America's economy would be the lesser for it, and that's all there is to it. I'm sorry, but
Jack.
that's all there is.
See, Jack, in the middle of the night, as the moon shines bright,
You leave me out of this.
the guns come out of their hidey holes, and they start shooting passersby because that's what guns do. There's no controlling them. There's no hand that can reach out to prevent these roving bands of firearms from taking measures into their own hands. Oh
They're
my
like
gosh!
they're like chupacabra.
Mm,
Yet this lawsuit neglects to identify the larger truth about the very real contribution America has made to its southern neighbor's violent deterioration in recent years into a borderline failed narco state, incapable of ensuring its own security in large swaths of the country.
the way that this guy sounds, it's like Oprah Winfrey. You get a gun. You get a gun. You get a gun. Are we just arbitrarily handing out guns to people that we see, like the first Mexican that we see across the border? Hey, yeah, come here, come here. You want a gun? Here, take this, take this. Oh, here, you want some cocaine? Here, take this, take
I
this.
mean, you're giving them everything else for free. Why not guns?
Now, according to this poor bastard that only likes to write and run on sentences, yeah.
And I
It
assume that
reminds
every
me. It reminds me of the little kids that you always see on the on the bridge to Progresso that flock to all the tourists that cross the border with little little boxes of chicle, which they sell for like a nickel or a dime or something like that a
Chiclets.
piece.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah. But there's also another band of children that run around with Glocks that they sell for nickel or a dime. But they don't sell it to tourists. They sell it to other. They sell it to the children with the chicle,
You know,
and then all hell breaks loose.
I just got a mental picture where you said six. You have the little kids that are selling chiclets. They're like carrying those little boxes that hang over their shoulders. Hey, you know what? Some chiclets. What's it? Like, here, would you like a Glock? Here, you want a Glock? I got Glocks here. You see some kid just selling Glocks to everybody else out on the streets of Mexico. It's like, hey, you want a Glock? You want a Glock? Here, you get a free chiclet with every purchase of a Glock.
Terry,
we must be loco to have prices this low.
Terry, am I the only person thinking of Arrested Development right now? Chiclet, chiclet, you're the chiclet, not me. No. I love
Sir-
that bit.
Certainly, America's lax gun laws and the proliferation of easily available firearms north of the border ensures that guns and death will flow south. But the lawsuit omits the primary reason these guns are used, which is the drug war in Mexico.
Okay, first of all, guns aren't easily available north of the border. You have to do all sorts of background checks, all that kind of shit. Isn't that only if it's a handgun, though? If it's
No.
a rifle, it's like you can
Well,
walk out with
here's
like,
the thing. I worked at a gun store, so I can tell you how this process works. First off, you're going to have to pass the vibe test. If you walk in, we sent something bad on you, we're not going to sell to you. That's just that's our prerogative. It's like if you look shady, your ass is not getting a gun. I don't care. The second the second filter, of course, comes in the form of the 4473 form, which you must fill out. There are several questions. They regard mental health, domestic violence, so on and so on and so forth. Um, and yeah, you're putting all your information out on this piece of paper. So we got that. And next comes the call to the authorities on the other end. Then there's the waiting to see if all's hunky dory. And gosh, golly gee willikers, if and this is a certainly an example, is a gentleman that wanted to purchase a rifle, and what tripped him up was some misdemeanor from 1973, something ridiculous like that he never had actually cleared up. So we, of course, said, you know what? Sorry, we can't sell you this firearm. There, you didn't pass. You didn't pass. When we called up our authority friends, and our suggestion to him was, you need to get an attorney, and you need to get this cleared up. If you do, you may pass it the next time. may pass it the next time. That all depends on whether everybody gets up to date once he gets it cleared up, because that's not a guarantee, because there are a lot of the system is not perfect.
This all sounds too complicated. Can't you just say, how many crimes are you intending to commit with this gun? If they say 0, something's up.
So what
Yeah,
you're saying
yeah.
is I couldn't walk into a gun store with that little crack itch in my neck, like, man, I need some crack, man. I need a
But-
gun. You saying you
but-
wouldn't sell a gun to me?
No, I'm not going to sell a gun to you. No.
But what about the loophole, Six? What
There's no
about
fucking loophole?
the gun show loophole that I keep hearing about?
Yeah, we got shut that down.
Well, I actually don't have a problem with the gun show loophole. If you walk in and you've got like the big muscles and you pose and you put on a gun show, you should get a free gun. I think that's only fair.
Well, the way that our writer here, our writer friend here, sounds like there's like a revolving door on guns in this country. Like you can just go into any place. It's like, hey, you want a gun? Here you go. Like here, it's a buy one get one. Here, you get 2 guns. You know,
You get a gun. You get a gun.
exactly. See, it's like we're just handing them out like freaking coupons. Here, you want a gun? Here, gun.
So when you
I've-
ask them what they're going to use the gun for, if they say shooting cans, make sure you clarify that they don't mean Mexicans
Puerto
or
Ricans,
Dominicans
Africans,
or Puerto Ricans.
The loophole
Canadians.
it's often cited is extremely rare, because here's the thing of it is that at most gun shows anymore, vendors are going to be doing 4473s on you. They're going to be going through, they're going to give you what's called a NICS check. And yeah, I've never had a loophole like under the table sort of transaction anytime I've gone to a gun show to purchase a firearm. There's always been a 4473 process and a NICS check.
You know, Six. You could go. Oh, sorry.
Now, all I know is I played a video game where you could buy guns with bottle caps. So clearly, you know, they're very easily accessible.
Yes, but
You know what's funny, Jack? You know what's funny, Jack?
what?
Okay, so when COVID became a thing, would you like to know what a lot of leftist prior to COVID, very staunchly anti-gun? You know what they tried to do? They tried to buy firearms, and they found out very quickly you
can't.
You can't buy it like they thought you could buy them.
You don't find them in vending machines for $1.50. You know.
Oh,
And I found that to be hilarious.
You know, you could do all of these things if you follow the law, or you could be a criminal and skip all of the laws and legal legal hoops that ordinary citizens have to go through, and just buy a gun illegally. And you could just be a criminal. You know, you could just do that, and then you wouldn't have to worry about these people who are making it impossible to buy guns in California.
You know, Frosted, you actually made a good point there. You know, there should be vending machines for guns. However, you can only pay in $1 bills. So if you have hey, look, there's a gun in that vending machine. It's $800, but you have to put in 800 $1 bills.
Well, it would be really easy for strippers to buy guns. The drug war in Mexico, the vicious internecine warfare between gangs and between cartels and the government is all a result of America's drug war.
Internecine. I gotta look that word up.
matter. Indeed, it is America's endless and futile campaign against illicit drugs that has turned Mexico into a failed state. And until this central dynamic changes, Mexican security will remain precarious and its people will continue to suffer.
This
Okay.
is unbelievable. Every single time these people need to blame someone, they always blame someone else. They never blame the thing that they like more. They never blame the thing that they like more. It's if Mexico fails, it's America's fault. If Cuba fails, it's America's fault. If Venezuela fails, it's America's fault. All of these countries failing somehow, miraculously, America's fault. Tell me, is there any country in the world that has failed that wasn't somehow America's fault?
North
Somehow?
Korea.
Yeah, no,
North Korea.
no. Oh,
The Kim dynasty killed them.
you can, yeah, I can guarantee you that there's probably no country in the world that they haven't tried to blame on America for some ungodly reason. Look, we may be an economic powerhouse, but China is eating our lunch right now. Why don't you try blaming China for something once in a while?
Because China is untouchable. China is the one country in this world that you cannot go after because reasons.
Well, they are Asian. I mean,
Yes, you have to be
It
nice,
would be
otherwise you're a
racist.
racist. Yes, see?
Jack, this may come as a shock to you, but America was responsible for the sinking of Atlantis.
I knew it.
Yep.
Fuck.
You know,
It was our capitalism and white supremacy that sank Atlantis.
see, that's a hate fact. You're not supposed to say that because
Hmm.
there's a reason why a lot of deniers like to say that. So,
Because we caused climate change and that made the oceans rise.
Yeah.
12,000 years ago. We're that good.
That's right. The endless violence and endemic corruption in Mexico are but symptoms of a larger political illness, one beginning in Washington. A kilogram of cocaine, originally worth about $2,000, is worth up to $30,000 in the United States. It gains nearly $10,000 the moment it crosses the U.S. border. This
They can't
economic...
do math. So 30,000 minus 2,000 is not 10,000.
Look, he's a writer, not a math... He's not a math doctor, he's a writer.
When it comes to Common Core, that is a very, very good equation. That answer is
Well,
absolutely correct.
You know what would solve this problem of illegal drugs entering the United States is if Mexico took care of their fucking criminals.
Or a wall.
That sounds racist.
Instead of relying on a corrupt government to continue to do nothing.
But what they should not do is build a wall.
That's right.
Anything but stop the actual criminals.
No, see,
Yeah.
walls are racist unless they surround Democrats' houses.
That's true.
So, got to remember that.
This economic miracle is courtesy of the American drug war and is not simply a fact of life. It is a result of poor American policy, and it has created the lucrative drug markets that have given rise to Mexican cartels that rival the Mexican state in terms of raw firepower and influence. So,
Is this guy
so
still
basically,
talking? I'm bored.
so basically, Americans want drugs, and that ruined Mexico.
Well, yeah. I mean, look at Afghanistan. We growing all those poppies so that we can get all that lovely, lovely fentanyl. I'm not
Americans,
gonna say who's going to particularly use it, but yeah.
Americans wanted ice cream, and that's what ruined Baskin Robbins.
But speaking of poppies, she's actually hosting every second Sunday over on Minions of the Zoo.
Ooh, nice plug.
Well played, my Australian friend.
But the game is not
There's
yet
much-
over.
There's much cleverness afoot.
Oh my god! I just realized that this poor bastard author just used 3 sentences in one paragraph instead of one.
I saw what you did there, Six.
So did I. I was thinking it went without saying.
The perverse economic incentives created by the ongoing criminalization of narcotics in the United States and the massive and ever-increasing demand for those narcotics by American drug users means Mexico will continue to be uniquely affected by the violence and misery that accompanies the drug wars wherever its tentacles reach.
Okay, dude. First of all, what the fuck point is he trying to make here? Because he's just like blah, 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 blah. He's not making any sense in here. So basically,
No.
guns are
He's
easy as
making a
fuck to
very-
get, but now
He's
it's
making
America.
a very simple point. His point is America bad.
So using this logic, isn't it Mexico's fault because they have a demand for guns? So we're just supplying that the way they're supplying drugs for us.
Yeah, I'm seeing this as him blaming America for Mexico's problem, which is completely anathema to everything else that he's trying to do here. This guy doesn't know what the hell he's even talking about. He's just throwing out hate facts against a wall and see what sticks.
It has absolutely nothing to do with I don't know, government corruption, police corruption, societal breakdown, economic failure, so on and so on and so on and so forth. The immense concentration of Mexico's wealth in an extremely small number of people, kind of the thing that college kids and black hoodies scream that is such a big problem here. I think they're in the wrong country throwing around those kind of accusations. Maybe they should be in Mexico.
Well, that's what I've always thought too. You know, if you have such a fucking problem with the United States, then go live in those countries that are so poor and destitute, and take your trust fund money with you, and then you can be in the top 1%.
I mean, I just had a great idea. I know how to solve everything. They say the problem is the violence and misery that accompanies the drug war wherever its tentacles reach. We need Japanese people. They have a lot of experience with tentacles.
And that's another thing. With the exception of some women, what's the one ethnic group that you never really see bitch about whites or Americans? And that would be Asian people. Why? Because they do better than Americans do. Unless your name is what's her face with that fucking newspaper, New York Times chick that thinks that all white people should die. You know, usually you don't see. I can't remember what her name is, but
is it Sarah Jean?
Yes. I believe it is her. That Twitter miraculously allows her tweets of I think all white people should die or white genocide to stay up. Yeah, but the first person that says, "Oh well, you need to die," oh, their account gets wiped.
Well, Moonshock, it's all about starting the conversation.
Yeah.
Go. Mexico's unique geographical position abutting America's southern border and its position as a midpoint between the major cocaine-producing countries of Latin America and the U.S. condemn Mexico to suffer for America's failed prohibitionist project. All right, gotta skip ahead to the conclusion. Let's see. Mexicans die by the gun as Americans die by the needle. This war is lost. There is no longer any rationale to justify the continued war on drugs, a war America has exported to other countries with predictable and terrible effect, destabilizing much of Latin America and Mexico in the process. What will it take to end America's longest war?
Blast the Middle East? Oh, I'm sorry. Wait, wrong war.
As American troops depart from Afghanistan, it's time to remember that the drug war is our longest conflict, and one that demands a political reckoning from our leaders. The Biden administration must end this war and reimagine American drug policy from the ground up.
Oh, Biden. Oh, God, he's such a great president. Oh, my God. He's going to save everybody.
Americans are dying in record numbers from overdose as Mexico falls deeper into violence and disarray. Mexico's lawsuit against American gun manufacturers is a valid complaint, though it misses the larger truth that without the war on drugs, the violence and chaos that surrounds the drug trade would end.
You know, a wise man once said, "Guns don't kill people. Black motherfuckers with guns kill people." You know, but this guy's how many thumbs does he have stuck up his ass? Because he obviously has no idea what the fuck he's talking about, and he's just trying to virtue signal. He's like, "Look at me, look at me, look at me! I can write an article that gets published in Medium." Congratulations, buddy! Yay!
All right, and with the end of the first article comes our first game, and that would be Sad Libs,
My favorite game of all.
Oh dear.
where I take 4 headlines from Medium, take out one word, and you guys have to fill in that one word Mad Lib style. And then the chat votes on which one is best. What was that, Terry?
And Jack is forbidden from singing. Because I saw the trigger phrase is twice on the list, so no singing, Jack.
All right, Jack, I need a noun.
Oh shit. I feel the urge to sing Livin' Thing. I don't know.
Resist it.
But come on.
Nope.
Noun. Come back to me.
Oh my god!
All right.
Shut up.
Well, Moon, I need an adjective.
Cum stained.
That works.
Now it just says Moonshock cum stained. All right, Terry, I need a living thing plural.
I guess I'll just go Jews.
Oh, Terry wins.
Well, we don't know what it is yet.
And 6, I also need a living thing plural.
Blue-green algae.
I'm gonna go with my old standby of chunk.
Chunk.
Host of the Young
Yeah.
Turks.
Have you been watching The Goonies lately? A chunk, huh?
All right. And let's see. Jax is... Why are white people so offended when I say I'm not proud of my chunk?
Wow.
All right, and Moonshock. A socialist city is a cum-stained city. I mean, I could see it. Terry. Billionaires don't make their billions. They steal them from the Jews.
Well, they stole 2% from me.
And 6. My daughter asked why we're seeing so many blue-green algae's butts while watching the Olympics. All right, and I'll start the poll for the chat. Instructions on how to vote are up on the screen.
I got to give it to Moonshock.
Yeah, probably.
Cum-stained city. Oh, I don't see the rules just yet. Oh, there it is. Okay. A socialist city is a cum-stained city.
I don't know. I think Terry's is pretty good.
Yeah.
The problem is it fits too well.
Yeah, it's too on the nose. Yeah, I suppose you're right.
Hey, come on. You got to be proud of your chunk, too.
I am not proud of my chunk.
You should have gone with FUPA.
I can vote too, right?
No.
Better not to.
Nah, we leave it for the chat.
All right, chat. Vote. Vote away.
Oh, so,
Put your votes in us.
Terry and I are now tied.
Nice.
Oh, Spittle just voted for Jack. Spittle likes your chunk there, Jack.
And we have a tie between Moon and Terry.
Oh yeah. A cum stained Jew. Got it. A cum stained Jew with a chunk of blue green algae. See, Kyler voted for me. I win. Well, actually, it's too late, but
Yeah. All right. And now time for our second article. What virtual assistants can teach us about gender inequality?
oh my god.
If you survey the major voice assistants on the market, 3 out of 4 have female-sounding names by default.
Say that, so.
Thasanya. Hold on, I gotta look this bitch up.
Thasanya Jayasumana.
Jaya, Jujud, Big Jugs. What a
Jumanji.
Jaya Samana.
Is this going to be another one of those pathetic articles? We treat Siri so terribly. Is it because of our sexist culture that we treat a robot seriously?
She
Jack.
calls herself a procrastinator extraordinaire.
Jack, would I read a pathetic article on this show?
Oh my god, this woman is 16.
It's just like I put this in the same camp as the obligatory article saying sex bots are bad. Sex bots contribute to rape culture.
Okay, she has a Doberman pinscher named Bruno who feels calmed by the sound of heartbeats.
Oh.
Oh, God.
Well, that's cute, but she's probably a piece of shit.
And she wants to be a neurosurgeon by the time she's 32. Good luck with that.
Well, she rips out people's hearts and holds them close to her dog. According to Amazon, Alexa enables customers to interact with devices in a more intuitive way using voice. The description goes on to say, Alexa is built in the cloud, so it is always getting smarter. The more customers use Alexa, the more she adapts to speech patterns, vocabulary, and personal preferences. The subtext is, Alexa is going to make your life easier the more you use her. Alexa is made to serve you. You can control her by using just your voice, as if you were talking to another human being.
All right, first of all, nobody's going to go up to Alexa, suck my dick. And she'll be like, okay. Sorry, that doesn't happen, ever.
I mean,
I have no idea what she would even say.
I don't know. I mean, my fleshlight is Alexa enabled.
No, but even besides, like, there's going to be people who say, I mean, Alexa, suck my dick, or Hey Siri, suck my dick, just to be smartasses. But I mean,
yeah,
hopefully people grow out of that phase.
It's a robot. That's all it is. It's a robot. Get over yourself. You're not that special, and just because you want another man to tell you what to do, that doesn't mean you have to enforce your insecurities upon the rest of the world.
Did you notice the interchangeability of it and she to describe the device? The simultaneous suggestion that this device can be like a person, like a she, and that she can be a personal assistant, and that personal assistant can be treated like an it.
Oh no!
Wait, did they interchange she and it, or did you interchange she or it in your own article? You're using your own description.
No, it was in the quote from Amazon.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Alexa can perform a myriad of tasks. She can play music and answer questions and set alarms. In the official What is Alexa? An introduction to Amazon's voice assistant video, one of the first skills introduced is her ability to help you plan dinner or to order it for you. But it seems that one of the few things Alexa cannot do is be reprogrammed to speak to you in a male voice.
Oh my god,
So?
is that the point the stupid fucker is trying to make? Well, we don't have a male version of Alexa. Fine, name it fucking Alan and say, hey, Alan, come over here and tongue me. Oh, and see, you're not going to get that. Nobody's going to fucking care about a male virtual assistant. Much less, nobody really cares that Alexa is only female. That's fucking stupid. This is really
Well,
fucking stupid. This person just needs to be punched right in the face.
But it's been proven that people have more positive reactions to a female voice than a male voice.
Yes.
It's not like it's a gender thing where, well, men like it, women hate it, so we'll cater to. No, cross gender boundaries. Everyone prefers female voices for their assistants.
Of
But it's not
course.
just these kind of virtual assistants. You can every GPS that talks
Yes, true.
has a default of a female voice.
Yeah, and it's been proven that those are more readily appreciated by the majority of the population.
Okay.
Whenever
Mr.
you
just-
call and get put on hold,
Mhm.
9 times out of 10, the automated message that you're going to get is in a female voice. When you look at most science fiction movies, the computer has a female voice, most of them.
Yeah.
There are some exceptions, but
When
a
you're
lot
asked
of the time,
when you're asked what did you put in my drink, it's in a female voice.
Well, I think that Mr. Dex just made an argument to have a male assistant and just call it Jack, so you can say, Jack, Google the recipe for bran muffins.
There you go. But no, because if I call my ISP, the whole voice is male, and the first time I heard it, it threw me off. It's like 'cause you're just not expecting it. It's like not
like
what you expect.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean
Like,
between
female
7
voice-
and 9 times out of 10. Sorry, which is one quick. 7 to 9 times out of 10, you're gonna have a female hold voice.
Yeah.
Yeah, like female voices are just like more soothing and less threatening and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Unless they sound like this.
Though it would be very good to have a very German accented male voice for like a GPS. Turn right now.
Turn right.
If you survey the major voice assistant, damn it, I keep messing up assistants. The major voice assistants on the market: Alexa, Apple's Siri, Microsoft's Cortana, and Google Home's unnamed character. 3 out of and my okay Google just activated when I said that. 3 out of 4 have female-sounding names by default, and their voices sound female too. Even before the user addresses Alexa, the robot has already established itself as an obedient female presence, eager to carry out tasks and requests on its user's behalf.
It's because people feel more comfortable listening to the sound of a woman's voice. Guess what, lady? It's not just men using this robot. It's women too. And I can tell you right now that they probably did a study on which voices people were most comfortable with, and they found that people were most comfortable with a woman's voice.
Something just occurred to me. Why not make an Alexa in a dildo form and then give it a vibrate function?
Yeah.
There you go. Problem solved. So no woman would ever have to be ashamed that Alexa has always got to be a female. Done.
See, this is the nutty part, is that it's actually a tremendous compliment towards women that they should be the thing that first enters people's homes, that people feel comfortable with a woman's presence in their home before a man's. And yet they change it into this sexist bullshit. This is what happens. If you can take any subject in the world, and if you spin it the right way, you can make it sound evil. And it's because it's narcissistic, because this woman wants the world to be against her because she is the main character in her own universe.
Well, for
Just call it Alexa. Problem solved.
for the Google Assistant on my phone, you can program what you want it to call you. I program mine to call me. I program mine to call me Massa. You think they'd prefer it if we just changed it to like a stereotypical like slave voice?
So if you turn on and goes, yes, Massa. Don't wake me, Massa.
Well, we called this voice Alexa, and we called this voice the Uncle Tom. I'm
Obvi-
gonna sort out those GPS directions for you right away, master.
Said, motherfucker, take a right turn up here in half mile.
I feel bad for that one.
Our device has the Indian cab driver.
In 500 feet, turn right.
Obviously, sexism is nothing new. Women are and have been typically viewed as the weaker sex, subject to servitude. But when
Might
we
be a
talk
reason
about
for that.
but when we talk about technological advancements, we are talking about the future. We are talking about this ethereal time when things are better, lives are easier. So why do tech companies program these robots of the future, perpetuating an antiquated and patriarchal notion that women are made to serve?
Gee, probably because in about half of the world or more, women do have that role traditionally.
Oh,
So stop thinking it from your first world fucking perspective, bitch.
I
Here
want
we-
my Alexa to sound like Danny Trejo.
I want mine to sound like Danny DeVito. In Melbourne,
Hey, you're gonna take this right here, and then
In
stop blasting.
I'm the trash man. In Melbourne, Terry, on the sleek
He's
Huh?
in Sydney, but I think he's pointing out the fact that it's an example from Australia.
I mean, it's probably like what, a few blocks away. What's the difference?
It's
On
just
the
an island.
On the sleek new PTV metros that have comfy padded seating and brighter lights and digital signs that update in real time about the train route, the automated voices are still stuck on this sexist cycle.
Oh my god! Somebody kicked this woman right in the fucking twat. You know, maybe she might say, "Oh, my balls."
The
Did
one that
you watch Idiocracy, Moonshock?
Oh god, yes, I love that fucking movie.
the one
I
that
have it
tells
on
you
DVD.
which stop you're at and which stop is next. This is Melbourne Central. Next stop, Flinders Street. Is frickin' Australian names. Is always recorded female. Contrastingly, the one that gives commands, stand clear of the closing doors, and if you see something, say something, is always recorded male. The insinuation here is that no one will follow commands given by a woman.
Oh my god.
She is only there to provide you with the information you need to go about your day.
Okay, so the point this person makes is completely irrelevant to what they're saying because it's saying in the female voice, next stop, Flinders Street. That's just informative. That's not making a declarative statement of stand clear of the fucking closing doors, motherfucker. It's just saying next stop, Flinders Street, as opposed to hey, if you see something, say something, bitch. No, that's stupid. This guy's an idiot.
Moonshock.
Or this woman.
That's what I want my Alexa to sound like. Danny Trejo.
And what's wrong with pointing out that the male voice is deeper and more assertive than the female voice?
Everything.
Yeah,
The
it's
male
like,
voice is naturally deeper in the vast majority of cases, vastly
Hate fact.
deeper and more assertive sounding.
Oh, and we got
the
we got
makers of
Jack
Alexa.
Cochran in the chat. Hey, Jack.
What?
Hey, Jack.
Hey, Jack.
We're talking about how Australia's transportation system is sexist.
That's Mr. Awesome to you guys.
No. It's bad comic reviews.
I
What was
know
that, Terry?
it is.
I said no. It's bad comic reviews. It's not
Yes.
Mr. Awesome. He's logged in with the BCI.
It's a completely different person too. Wow, now he's somebody else. Holy shit. He's got
Yeah,
dual
they're just-
personality disorder now.
Pick a name, Jack.
Pick a fucking name, like George Carlin says.
and don't pick Gunsky because that's a terrible name.
Terrible name. I don't know who would name their kid that.
No, you should be Jack Knifesky.
At least he would be allowed in Europe.
It's like,
This
"You're the
isn't-
boss of me."
This isn't anything new. In 1999, Disney Channel released Smart House, a sci-fi comedy about a family that wins a dream house.
Stop. Okay, first of all,
I love
before
how
you go
all
any
over the
further-
place these examples are.
No. This author did not just reference a 1999 Disney Channel movie
Wait,
We go
in an
from
article
Alexa-
where she's trying to be taken seriously.
I have
Alexa
it
to
even better.
Australian subways to a Disney Channel movie from
I
22
have
years
actually,
ago.
I have seen that movie several times, and it has the voice of the house is none other than Katie Sagal, Peggy Bundy, and that house actually starts like she actually creates a physical image of Katie Sagal's character in a fucking like housewife's dress, and she tries to take over as the mother for these kids. It is the dumbest fucking movie I have ever seen in that particular era with that particular genre,
Yeah.
and I just like, what the? This is so stupid.
It's like if Hal
Incidentally,
9000 was a mom.
Yes.
you probably, I doubt you'd be able to find the movie very easily, but Brutal Moose does a fantastic review of the movie. If you ever get the chance, check it out. It is hilarious.
Oh, I guess it
But,
is.
well, you could probably watch the movie on Disney Plus. I think they have their old made-for-TV
Oh, who
movies
gives a
on there.
flying fuck about Disney Plus? I ain't paying for Disney Plus, especially not to see fucking Smart House.
But it's important, Jack.
We need to see this movie to understand
Oh,
the like gender dynamics of voices in houses.
The
This
house
conversation is so stupid. Everything about it is so stupid.
The house cooks and cleans and manifests as a mom from the 1950s. The popular 1960s children's show The Jetsons had Rosie the robot maid to help with chores.
No.
That was
There's-
in the fucking 60s, you stupid.
There's nothing wrong with providing a service, of course, especially when it's one that people need and one that a service provider conducts effectively. But women are particularly stereotyped into such roles. In most cultures, women's traditional role was seen as that of caregiver and homemaker.
You know,
And
up
even-
until about the last, 10, 15, 20 years, how many thousands of fucking years have women had that role until recently? Like very, very recently. Exactly.
And even when women entered the workplace, they did so in roles that reinforced that stereotype. Service-oriented jobs like nurses, social workers, cashiers, secretaries, teachers, servers, librarians, customer service representatives, and housekeepers are disproportionately held by women.
Maybe because people feel more comfortable talking to women than to men.
Oh my
Jeez,
God,
we
this
better
is-
fire those women and hire men then.
this is
because
making my head
because
hurt.
there's tons of studies out there that support the notion that women are more attracted to socially based tasks than mechanically based tasks, whereas men are the opposite. And this is not to say that this is the case for all men or all women, but that's kind of how statistics work, so get over yourself.
They're forced into those jobs.
Yes,
Today-
yes, like it's like the jobs are automatically made for them with their name on it. Here, you need this job. It's for you. See, your name is on this fucking job. You must take it. It's for you.
If people are given the choice, men will naturally go towards the more mechanically inclined jobs, and women will more naturally go into the socially inclined jobs. That's
And that's
just
why
how it
freedom
works
of
out.
choice is sexist.
Today, manufacturing jobs are on the decline and service jobs are on the rise. But even so, men have been avoiding the new opportunities in the service sector, partly because they are seen as women's work. One of the top reviews of the virtual assistant Amazon Alexa is titled, "I just spoke to the future and it listened." We are in the 21st century, an era of self-driving cars and 45-inch HD televisions, an era of technology so smart that robot maids are no longer a distant dream. We are the future that our forefathers could only imagine, and yet deep down, our mindset of female servitude, however unconscious, is very much intact.
For
When
a
the-
reason.
You know, maybe this author should just tell us what she wants from Alexa to be as bitchy and obnoxious as she is.
Oh,
That's
she'll
what
tell
she
you
wants, because
what she
she
really, really
feels
wants.
because I'm willing to bet you right now that this author is just insecure, because in theory Alexa could get a man if she was an actual person, and she couldn't because she's bitchy and obnoxious.
When these assumptions are written into social practices and consistently repeated, they seem natural. Women don't act, they are acted upon. Men are the ones in charge, women are there to support. Females are available for whatever you desire. This has to change.
Just kill me now.
But just remember, smart house.
I will watch that video after the show tonight.
I might watch it again. I love that video.
I mean, I actually have started watching it, and this guy is like, Disney Channel movie.
Only the most relevant examples for Medium articles.
Oh yeah.
Now,
Oh, yeah.
see, now remember, kids, always watch Smart House first before you do anything in the morning.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I cannot fucking believe this person used that movie as an example. There are so many other movies you could have easily used as an example than fucking Smart House. Oh god.
You
I
know,
think-
it was directed by LeVar Burton. So the
Mhm.
fact that she's criticizing it means she's racist.
That movie was directed by Kunta Kinte.
His name is Toby.
my theory, she actually works for Disney, and she mentioned Smart House, so people be like, "What the fuck is Smart House?" And then they have to sign up to Disney Plus to watch it.
Oh god.
He's
Although-
indirectly selling for Disney.
I do-
Okay, quick shout out in the audience. Who's actually subscribed to Disney Plus? Because I wouldn't want to pay for that bullshit. Are you kidding me?
You want to know why the only reason you should ever be subscribed to Disney Plus so you can watch Tron Legacy anytime you want.
Okay. Give us a 1 if you're subscribed to Disney Plus, and 2 if you are not.
Well,
In
And
the
used-
0
chat.
if you really couldn't give two shits. See, Terry.
Yeah, I used to be subscribed, but
Frosted.
Frosted. Frosted.
I
how
share
could
one
you?
with a friend, all right?
How could you? How dare you, sir? How very dare you?
Oh, Frosted. How could you?
I used to be a subscriber, but that whole Gina Carano thing, yeah, that was it for me. And
Right.
and Moonshock, I
Yes,
just wanna let you know that I own a copy of Tron Legacy on DVD.
You, sir, have had your faction with me raised by 1 point.
Well, Six is a big fan of superhero movies.
Not fucker. Don't ever call it
Anyway.
that again.
Anyway, it's time for
I like
the
other
second
movies
game.
too.
It's time for the second game, and that is for the chat only, and that's the caption contest, where I'll show you a photo of a political figure or event, and the chat has to come up with a good caption for it, and whichever one we like best, I'll tweet out after the show.
Is this going to be that picture that you showed in your Discord? The very last picture of that particular woman?
Well, we'll find out in a couple of seconds, so just hold on.
God. If
All right.
it is, I'm like, oh my God, okay.
And this week we have Representative Cori Bush camping out on the Capitol steps.
Oh my God, yes it is that one. Good God, what the fuck is wrong with resting bitch face?
Jack, you know the rules.
Jack?
Hey, I couldn't help it. I saw the picture earlier and I was like, "Oh, this one's too good. This one's too good."
What the fuck
She
is
You
looks
know
with
like
the
a
Dunkaroo?
whole-
rules, and so do I.
And he got rid of it.
I am protesting the lack of Dunkaroos in my snack pack.
What the fuck is a Dunkaroo?
Oh my!
You don't know
How
what
do you not know what a
Dunkaroos
Dunkaroo is?
I don't know
A
what a
dun-
fucking Dunkaroo is. Is that a donut or something?
It's-
Okay, so my nephew really loved those things, and it's like a chocolate frosting in a little plastic cup thing. It's like the crackers and the cheese and the plastic stick that you use the plastic stick to spread the cheese onto the let's say a captain's wafer.
Oh,
It's
I-
essentially the same thing, but with a cookie instead of a cracker.
Yeah,
It was
they're
launched
just
in
cookies that come with
1990.
frosting to dip them in.
Snacks. Okay, yeah, I'm
yeah,
looking
they
at it right
used
now.
to have them on in the late 90s, early 2000s, and then they got discontinued, and now they're back.
Yeah, it looks like 1990 was its first run, discontinued in 2012, then second run started in 2020.
Let's see. Will it forge? Only 441 days to iPhone 13. Let's see. Kyler, for just $10,000 a month, you can support this beautiful young child.
I think we have a front runner.
Being forced to
J-
camp out for Soul Plane 2 with my best weave and $50,000 in security is racist.
That's very specific, Jack Cochran.
These yoga pants are so comfy.
Why didn't anyone leave a mint on my pillow?
Oh, my bush is out of control. Can you see it through this?
I'm trying to get an experience how my voters live.
Oh, where's my double caffeine shot, triple whipped cream mocha cappuccino with 16 ounces of caramel drizzle at?
I am here to demand men sleep with me. Oh, no, you have to put the Bernie Sanders thing on there. I am once again asking for men to sleep with me.
Orange sleeping bag is bad.
She looks like she's doing a bad cosplay of Jabba the Hutt.
Anita.
She looks like she's having her alone time, except outdoors.
And why is she surrounded by fucking snacks? Is that all she can do is like fucking eat?
Yeah, she thinks that it's a powerful statement if she protests with food, like I'm gonna be here a long time. Except she just looks like a fat hoe.
Is she
look how
naturally a
sad she
chubbo?
looks.
But is she naturally a chubbo though, or it's hard to tell with that sleeping bag around her?
She ain't skinny, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
It's
Anyone-
not a tumbleweave; it's the humidity.
Anyone else think that's a my pillow she's sleeping on? Where's
No, it's
Michael
a-
and Dale?
No, it's a good pillow.
A good pillow.
Good pillow.
Yeah, those are still coming out, aren't they?
Yeah, wasn't that
Yeah,
the
those are-
antithesis of my pillow is the good pillow?
it's gonna be all union labor,
Yep.
and they're gonna be paid more than minimum wage.
This is just an
I
average
think
person
David
in
Hook
San
actually
Francisco.
discontinued that. I don't think he's actually releasing
Oh no,
it.
he definitely has,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which was hilarious in itself.
Mhm.
Let's see.
boy.
Strong and independent Wamson and Zur natural habitat. All right, I think I'll call time there. So, what do you guys think is best so far?
There's a lot of good ones.
I gotta go with Kyler's.
Yeah,
I have
Kyler
to agree.
You kind of slam dunked it.
This beautiful young child.
Yeah, that's a good one.
You think I can eat all this by morning? Day 3, already ate snacks. Had to eat a cat.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a very good one.
If you had gotten it in earlier, Dax, that would have
Yeah.
been in the running.
Yep, Kyler's got my vote.
Let's see. I kind of like Jack Cochran's.
I like it. I think it's a little too wordy though.
Yeah, I could see it. All right. What about the rest of you guys?
I like Mr. Dax. Let them eat Oreos. I just simple
Let
to the
them
point.
eat Oreos.
And 6.
I guess I'm gonna have to go with Kyler.
Kyler wins.
All right. Yep. Looks like Kyler wins this week. So, congrats, Kyler. Tweet it out after the show. Just got to copy that down.
You just gotta Photoshop Biden behind her sniffing at her hair.
Which would be funny because I'm pretty sure it's a wig, because isn't she bald?
Oh my god.
No, I think that's Ayanna Presley is the bald one.
Oh, all right.
Oh yeah, that one where he's got his hands on the shoulders and he just kind of with a look on his face. It's like, children.
All right. And now, time for our third article. The banning
God.
of critical race theory is an act of genocide.
What? No, no, it's not. No, critical race theory is.
Critical race theory, CRT,
Sucks.
has become a cultural flashpoint in America, largely divided among racial lines.
I wonder why.
For whites, you know what else is divided among racial lines? Slavery. For whites and conservatives, CRT has become a political rallying cry, largely claiming that teaching CRT in schools is penalizing white children for being white.
Because it is.
For people of color and liberals, CRT represents an opportunity to present an accurate representation of American history that includes the historical narratives of all people from their perspective.
No.
Yes, accurate.
Okay, unpack
No.
that sentence from perspective. That clearly that's not an objective statement. That's a subjective statement. So it's not really the accuracy that they are. This is not the accuracy that you were looking for.
Here's the problem. All definitions of CRT seem to revolve around a pretty central theory. But if you ask 100 different people their definition of CRT, who believe in CRT, you will get 100 different answers, but only just different enough. And there's a reason for that, because a person who doesn't believe in CRT can't tell you what it means. If you tell one of these nuts what you think CRT means, they will always 100% tell you you're wrong. Always.
Yep. It's the only term with no definition, because whenever you describe it, it's always that's not what it is.
Exactly.
And this is the kind of shit that they're trying to peddle in our youngsters' schools.
Yeah, this is a term. It has the kind of goalposts with the wheels on the bottom.
You know, and I can already tell you by the time we're done with this article, I'm going to be pissed off beyond all recognition, because this is one of the things that infuriates me about this whole bullshit narrative that they're trying to put out there. You know, you have other countries who are much worse than the United States ever was when it comes to slavery and who built what. You know,
that is false. The United States of America is the only country that has ever had slaves.
Yes, I know. And history started in 2016. I get it, but but still, it's just the same shit. It's like, how much more crap do you want to try to pack into somebody's ass before you get a nice little backflow on you? You know, it's just so tiring. I don't care, and this will actually make me want to hate them even more. Not in general. I'm just talking about people like this who try to push this narrative is completely false. You know, go ahead.
CRT is a theoretical framework through which information can be processed. The basic tenets of CRT are that race is a social construct, racism in the United States has been normalized, equality for POC will only occur when it converges with white interests, whites racialize different groups differently at different times based on white interests, intersectionality, and POC are uniquely qualified to speak on behalf of their group. Well, see, there's no racism there at all. In application, the story of Christopher Columbus discovering American
American, you dumb motherfucker.
Yes.
would be less about the questionable navigational prowess of Christopher Columbus and more about how white Europeans sent men to colonize and exploit a land inhabited by indigenous brown people, during
You
which
know,
they raped, murdered, and stole their resources.
No.
more people would probably trust people like this author if they didn't keep inserting all of these buzzwordy phrases into virtually everything they say. You sound like a cultist. It's not even
Yeah,
about the
it-
fact that you
it is
are
a
a
cult.
cultist. It's not even about that. It's not just that you are a cultist, it's that you sound like one. When you put all these buzzwordy phrases, you sound like someone who's repeating lines out of a book after they've been brainwashed into believing Scientology.
It's the same kind of shit that you got back in the 2016 election where, all Hillary had to say was, oh, he's a racist, sexist, homophobe, blah, blah. And what did the news agencies start saying exactly after that? The same shit, and they're all following the same script, the same crap all the fucking time. It's like they're trying to say, let's see how many times we can say this before people actually start believing it. I told you this is gonna piss me off. So you're succeeding. Oh, by the way, it's not brown people; it's indigenous red people.
It is history from the victim's point of view. All of a sudden, Christopher Columbus doesn't sound like a conquering hero, but a criminal that should have been jailed rather than have a national holiday named after him.
Oh my god!
Well, I hate to
You know
break it
what?
to you, but back in the 1400s, Christopher Columbus did what conquering heroes did back then.
Mm-hmm.
It-
They conquer.
yeah, that's kind of how conquering was done at the time.
Mhm.
Yeah, unless the definition of conquered went from somebody who is in jail to somebody who prevails.
You know what? Here's the thing. My ancestry comes from Tamaulipas and Nuevo Leon, Mexico.
Mhm.
And here's the thing. There's not a damn thing any of these CRT classes that are going to do that are going to change the history of anything. It doesn't do anything. It tries. The best I can explain it is it tries to influence people into thinking they can make everything right by punishing people who are alive today for things that people who are long dead did a long time ago. And the thing is, you can't. You just can't.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure this wasn't, this wasn't solely a white thing either back then. Pretty sure, African tribes and empires back in ancient times, they would conquer and enslave and things like that.
Nope.
Everybody
Never happened.
conquered everybody. Everybody
never happened.
enslaved everybody.
Nope, never happened.
Only in the United States,
That's right.
and only by whites. By only of the enslavement of blacks by whites.
Yes, correct.
When explained this way, it becomes quite obvious why some groups are objecting and why others support CRT. There is, however, more to the story. CRT has become a proxy for the ongoing genocide of non-white, Anglo-Saxon, non-Christian people in America.
Oh, fuck off.
I know, genocide is a big word that is thought to be reserved for the violent destruction of communities such as the Jewish Holocaust in Germany, the Armenian genocide, or the German genocide of Namibians. Genocides, however, aren't always during periods of conflict. Many genocides have taken place during times of peace. Peaceful genocides. For
But
example,
I mean, this is just oops. There's still a word that accidentally has some sort of a meaning. Let's water it down.
yeah. For example, when Native American children were summarily removed from their families to be re-educated and have their language and culture stripped from them, how Uyghur Muslims are being re-educated in China, how Africans were forcibly removed from their country, enslaved and forced, often under penalty of death, to learn a new language and stripped of their customs. Genocide does not always involve killing. It is an act of
Kind of
genocide.
does.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure the side part in genocide means killing.
Yeah.
It is an act of genocide to erase a community's culture. No, it's not. Genocide comes in many forms, but ultimately seeks to destroy the identity, in whole or in part, a national, ethnic, racial, or religious group.
Wrong.
It is in this context that laws that ban CRT, such as the one enacted in Texas, and resolutions banning CRT, such as the one adopted in Georgia, seek to render invisible people of color, women, and non-Christian people.
How many more fucking words are you going to capitalize, you stupid shit?
But can I just point out, black people are only invisible at night.
Yes.
In the daytime, it's actually very easy to see them.
Yes.
Uh,
Unless they hide in somebody's shadow, of course.
Oh yeah,
And-
fair point.
And when you make people invisible, it makes it that much easier to dehumanize them and eventually transition from an erasure of culture to an erasure of people themselves through physical violence.
Hey, Erasure wasn't a bad musical group, so shut the fuck up.
I'm told that my people are quite adept at concealing themselves as they cross rivers.
And borders.
Why do I feel like Taco Bell right now?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that before CRT, I still learned about, Black history and stuff like that in school.
God, and the thing is, I love how this person also just barely touched on how bad other countries are treating groups of people, but then goes back to the United States and how bad it has been.
Here's the bottom line. Here's the bottom line for all this. You could render a CRT completely meaningless by doing one very simple thing. Well, simple on paper. The thing
LCD
is,
screens?
the thing is, I can't go back in time and hold the Europeans that brought diseases over and wiped out a good portion of my ancestors over a very short amount of time. Can't do that. Can't do that. Can't go back and hold them responsible for all this, that, and the other. The only thing that I can do in the present is hold myself accountable for my own future. Starting from whatever starting point that I'm at right now. And it may not be the same starting point as other people around me, but that's okay because I make the conscious decision to one, hold down a job, pay my fair share of taxes, help out the people that I work with, and try every day to not be a complete asshole. These are when you really boil shit down, it's some very, very simple things. Yet I could not do that if all I was obsessed with was the giant chips on my shoulders, preventing me from seeing the road ahead of me and seeing the possibilities that could be if I allowed myself to extract my head out of my ass for 2 fucking seconds.
Mhm.
That's 2 seconds too long that you be without all of this brainwashing.
Now, without CRT, you would have no idea about any of the bad things that happen in history.
Yay.
Yes.
Six, you're being a bad person of color. Stop it.
Without CRT, how would anyone know that slavery existed?
Yeah, I never heard of it.
Slavery, what's
CRT is
that?
just teaching children that slavery existed. Didn't you know?
Well,
So why-
6 just sucks at Mexicaning.
Well, 6, did you see what BG said in chat though? So your name is about how fast you can cross the border?
6 is a Mexicant.
Oh,
Ah.
oh.
CRT only means to be a good person.
Yeah.
I try to make a run for the border, get me some Taco Bell, but I end up at Taco Cabana instead.
Will said to 6, if you have giant chips on your shoulders, are you making nachos next?
Oh, damn. Okay, well, you get a fist bump from me. Okay. BG opened the door, but you walked right through it, man.
Queso. Need the queso.
Also, whenever I see CRT, I just think cathode ray tube. Like they're just talking about TVs.
Yes, exactly.
Every
knew that
classroom
CRT
needs
sounded
TVs.
familiar. The CRT looks so familiar. I can't place that acronym, and you just remembered cathode ray tube. Yes, that is correct.
Yeah.
So
Back
now
in
what you
back
need
in
to
the
do
day,
is
before the
Back in the day that you weren't alive.
so now whenever you
No,
see
I was
CRT,
alive.
replace
For
CRT
cathode
with
ray tube. Well, wait. Were those just the old TV projector things?
No,
Yeah, those-
yeah.
regular tube TVs.
yes.
Oh yeah.
The heavy
Well-
as hell TVs, ones that use it. Yeah.
Yeah, the
Got
ones
CRT
that
is
were-
great.
Enormous, and thank God we got rid of them because lifting them was just a nightmare.
the
Yeah.
CRTs are the ones that
Yeah.
use electron guns, like the red, the green, and the blue.
And you put a magnet near it, and it makes the screen go funky.
Basically, yes.
Yeah, I remember
You ever
saving up for a 27-inch flat screen CRT TV. I don't know why, but I still remember the model number. CT27SC14.
Wow. Frosted experienced a small chip at his pride in that moment.
Hey, I never said I wasn't a little autistic, all right? So why object so strenuously to CRT in schools? Because the first group you go after are the intellectuals, and in American society, those are our teachers.
Not anymore. They aren't.
At all
Oh,
levels.
God forbid we criticize some of the pseudo intellectuals teaching our children. God forbid they're not treated like gods for like 1 fucking second, and we actually apply a little bit of scrutiny to the population that rapes the children worse than fucking Catholic priests. Jesus Christ. Get over yourself.
At all levels of education, teachers are gatekeepers of information. Teachers don't just teach us to read, write, and add, then transfer culture and cultural norms. If we can control what teachers teach, we can control what people think. And if we
They
force
just said the
teachers...
quiet part out loud. They're
Yeah.
supposed to admit that.
This is exactly the sort of thing that we're trying to prevent. You're saying it. You're not supposed to say that. You're supposed to think that and be like, no, we'll just quietly indoctrinate the children, and we won't talk about it in front of them, and we'll make sure that any videos never make it out of the classroom.
So
I think
silver
she's
linings.
I think this is what she's saying the right does, and she's just projecting.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So if the teachers are the gatekeepers, who is the keymaster?
Rick Moranis.
The right can't
Honey-
do that. That's what we do.
Honey, I indoctrinated the kids.
If we can control what teachers teach, we can control what people think. And if we force teachers to teach ideals of white supremacy, such as the narratives of Christopher Columbus,
Oh
George
my-
Washington, and Thomas Jefferson, or when we completely eradicate narratives of slavery, Jim Crow, Japanese internment, and the KKK, then we are teaching children racism, sexism, classism, Islamophobia, and anti-Semitism.
You know what we need to do? We need to reinforce or reinstate all of that shit, just so this person has something to actually complain about. Because right now, all of that nonsense is just a bunch of horse shit. You know,
We are we are teaching that. What was that?
First of all, who hasn't? What school child hasn't heard of the KKK at some point? Everyone's heard of the KKK. You don't even need to go to school to have heard of the KKK.
The KKK is Krusty's Comedy Corner. I saw it on The Simpsons.
Yeah, yeah, or like killing kids kindly. I don't know. I've never heard of it. The KKK.
Well, guys, don't you realize this? And I didn't know this until I actually talked to one of my sister's kids. Is that there's a shady individual that walks the halls of schools anymore, and they beckon kids into dark corners, and that's where they tell them about the KKK.
You know what the biggest bullshit about all of this is that whenever these people defend CRT, they always defend it as the need to teach the most asinine, simplistic bullshit imaginable. Things that everybody already knows. Oh, they're just teaching kids that racism is bad. What? You really need to teach children that racism is bad?
Wait. Racism's bad?
Yeah, I know. It's shocking. It's
No,
shocking
no,
to
babe.
hear that racism's bad. Thank God someone in the CRT movement didn't told me. Otherwise, I wouldn't have known.
That just makes me think, are we the baddies?
Jack, you know what? I have to disagree. I never knew what the hell fire was until I learned about fire in a classroom.
Oh, I thought you were going to say fire and water, because fire water?
No, that's Camel and Johnny Hellcat.
The wrong color skin. Got it.
Like it's everything they say their so-called teaching is so condescendingly simplistic that any idiot knows about it already. If you don't know about racism by now, you're probably mentally retarded. You're probably mentally retarded. And I mean literally.
I love that. Kunta Kinte Krispies.
It's exactly like Jack said. Any idiot knows this stuff, and Jack is proof of that.
Exactly.
Kiverdam, his name is Toby.
It's Toby.
We are teaching that people that belong to these groups are not as good as whites, and justify the dehumanization of those individuals and the eventual genocide of people. This is why all our stories matter, not just his story.
When I was a kid and we had that big ass thing of 64 Crayola crayons, you know what crayon I almost never used? The white one. You want to know why? Because every sheet of fucking paper was white back then, and you couldn't see fucking white anything. You want to know what crayon I used the most? The black one.
Racist.
I know.
Also, the black one did most of the labor. I get it.
Yes,
Exactly.
it did. Yes, it did. So it's like, go fuck yourself. Have a white crayon and go fuck yourself. Done. Dr. Elizabeth N. Webster. What the fuck are you a doctor of? Critical race theory or fucking gender studies? I got
Seriously.
a PhD in gender studies. I'm cool.
Next time you
So
see
she
someone
got a fake
talking
degree.
about
Yeah,
next time you see someone talking about what CRT is, look into what they're saying they think it is. Listen to what they think your children need to be taught that isn't self-evident from just being taught to be a generally good person.
Oh, you know what she needs to do? She needs to be strapped down and forced to watch Smart House over and over and over.
I just like the idea of the lessons being, kids, don't call him a nigger. Don't do it. It's bad. Don't say it.
And that's what the
Call
hard
him a
R.
nigger,
The
you're
le-
going to be in a lot of trouble.
The letter of the day is N.
Oh, she's a former candidate for the Georgia State House. I can see why former, because your ass never would have been fucking voted in for saying this kind of shit.
In other
I
words,
knew-
failed candidate.
Yeah, I sensed
Yeah.
a chip on this one shoulder. The chip is strong with this one.
Yeah. Oh, and that last author from the last article at the end of her description, it said, "Have a magical day." So like, okay,
All right.
whatever.
Well, now it's time for the last game of the day,
Oh God.
and that is Poe or No Gender Edition.
Terry's favorite game.
By far.
Great.
where I'll give you 3 genders, 2 of which are from the LGBTIA wiki, meaning they're completely 100% real, and 1 I made up. And you have to figure out which one is made up.
So basically, what you're saying is that taco gender exists.
I mean, who knows? We may find out in a future episode. You never know.
Well, you guys do know me, right?
I was waiting for somebody to say, "Hey, Six, you gotta."
All right. Gender A. Escalator choric.
What the fuck?
Gender that feels like ascending to a higher plane of existence, whether desired or not.
The fuck?
That is first of all, that's a quote in quotes real one. Second of all, that's so self-indulgent. Fuck you.
So
Fuck you piece of shit.
You identify as an escalator.
All right. Gender B. Error gender.
Oh.
Xenogender relating to errors, where people experience gender as if it is a glitch and not meant to exist, but does.
Well, if that's the case, and everybody who watches my fucking game streams, hey, look, he's error gender.
Okay, I'm gonna guess right now that it's C because A and B sound way too realistic.
All right, and C. Were gender. A xenogender connected to werewolves or other lycanthropes.
Oh my god.
Oh wow.
I'm gonna say
I'm gonna say C. I'm gonna stick to my guns. I'm gonna say C. I think it's a misdirect because I think that there are genders that involve werewolves at some capacity, but they're not called weregender.
And I'll start the poll so the chat can get in on this too.
I think I'll go B.
Yeah, the A sounds way too real. Like some dumb shit actually would have put that together. And I'm sorry, Frosted, if that one was yours. But
in any of these genders, one of the ways you can figure out which one is real, which one is not, is the amount of narcissism behind.
yeah.
Well, don't tell Frosted. He's going to make it harder next time.
There's a lot of narcissism in A, let me tell you.
But I think B, just because I don't think they'd ever admit that there was like their gender.
Oh
shouldn't
no,
exist.
I totally get that because there are people out there who are kind of like, oh, everything I do is wrong, and they're so mopey about it, but they think that makes them like, kind of more main character-ish in that their lives are so flawed or so crappy, and like, oh, I'm such a hot shit. Everything fails around me.
Yeah, there's been a lot of good arguments on B as far as people not admitting that they're actually wrong. So I got to go with B as myself too.
Looks like the chat chose B. So let's see. Moon, you chose B.
Mhm.
Jack, you chose C.
Mm-hmm.
And Terry and 6.
B.
You know what? I'm going to be a rebel. I'm going to say A.
All right. And the answer is A is fake.
I fucking knew it. See,
Wow.
that's why I said I'm
6
sorry.
is
if
the
that one
only
was yours.
winner.
I'm actually, I'm actually happy that A is fake. Because that was such a narcissistic definition.
Now let's see the flags of the real genders.
God, error gender. I
So-
gotta see this one.
There's
Error
error gender.
Wait, hold on. Before you show, is it the exclamation point with the white? Oh, there it is.
Oh,
Yeah.
that is awesome.
And,
No, it's not the exclamation point. It's the X.
I thought it was going to be the blue screen of death.
And there is where gender.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ!
It's like a German flag with the furry on it.
Furry.
I think the where gender should have been a map with a question mark on it.
Missing the H.
Where gender? Their gender.
We are the nation. We are the nation of German furries.
I think you're thinking of just Germany as it exists today.
I mean, the
We're just plain
weregender.
old Germany.
I mean, the weregender probably does have the coolest looking flag so far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Were it not for the MS Paint werewolf outline in the middle.
It looks like they got somebody's fan art from DeviantArt and just
Silhouetted it.
Yeah.
silhouetted it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's Chris Chan tier right there.
I mean, the one on the left, the error gender, that one actually looks like someone took a screenshot from like several different error messages, kind of patched them together, and then put a big ass circle with the X on top of it all.
Well, no, the circle with the X is from Microsoft Windows. When you get an error message, that's the icon that literally pops up.
See, I think I'd like the weregender more if it was just fans of Warren Zevon.
No, see, Frosted.
Although I do like lawyers, guns, and money better though.
Now, see, Frosted, your assignment from now on is whenever you do this one here, is come up with your own flag for the one that you make up too. I would love to see a flag for Escalator Cork.
I don't know if I can make one that looks as shitty as the normal ones. Because like if I was to design a flag, like I would want it to look like really nice and cool.
Well, because what you can do is you can list all three of them, and then you can actually put the flags up so people can try to guess, does that flag look real enough to make it look like that would be a real one, or does that look like fake, or it looks too fake? See, because you could easily get somebody on your side to say, yeah, well, that one looks real, by putting up a flag that looks relatively like something you might actually see on that cringeworthy site.
All right, and now it's time for the last article of the night. Unvaccinated Black Lives Matter too.
Oh my God.
Oh dear.
I know where this is going.
Oh no.
So if a white person doesn't get
What's going to
vaccinated,
happen? I don't know where this is going to go.
Okay, and the fact that it says it's a 12-minute read means this thing is probably like fucking 800 or 900 pages long.
See, this is like the sense of dread when you reach the top of the first hill of a roller coaster.
If you're white and you don't get vaccinated, then you're evil. If you're black and you don't get vaccinated, America is evil.
And the thing is, you can actually see the title of this article, and you could actually think, yeah, this actually might be a well-worded article. But seeing that the fact that you are Frosted and you pull these fucking things off of Medium and places like that, we already know where this is going.
Okay, I have a guess. I have a guess as to what this author is proposing. They're going to say that white people should all get vaccinated in order to get herd immunity for the black people.
Yes, get all the white people sick first, and then give us your immunity.
Are you pro-black before you are pro-vax? Or are you so pro-vax that you are anti-black?
Also, no.
Not mutually fucking exclusive, you stupid.
I am neither of those things.
I have been struggling with this vaccine conversation and have had a very hard time finding people who I consider to be safe to discuss it with. Meaning people
It's
who
so
don't...
stupid, you know, that any sensible person is going to rip you to shreds.
Meaning people who agree with me on virtually everything I believe.
Meaning people who don't assume and treat me like I'm stupid, ignorant, uninformed, uneducated, afraid or selfish for not getting the vax.
Okay, I just read ahead, and oh my god, that fucking word that's going to be coming up soon, I just want to blow a fucking gasket. Okay.
I am none of those things. I am a queer, black, American woman who is neither a vaxxer or an anti-vaxxer. I came here to say this. There's a hell of a lot of us black folks who aren't getting the vax.
Oh my god! Who the fuck uses that word?
What?
That's not a fucking word.
It's the same people that say Latinx.
Oh my god!
No. Here's the thing, though. Latinx is supposed to be the concept behind it is that it is gender neutral. Folks is already gender neutral. It is
Okay.
everything neutral.
That is actually a word now because it's in the fucking Merriam-Webster dictionary.
It's already an inherently neutral word. So
No,
why
it's not.
change it?
Because it has male connotations to like 3 people, and that's enough.
Oh my god.
Let's see. There's a hell of a lot of us black folks who aren't getting the vax right now, and we don't fall into either of these categories. This
The next
week,
time anybody says that, I'm gonna punch them on the fucking nuts. Black folks. Shut the fuck
Folks.
up. Shut up.
Folks.
Asshole.
This week, I was scheduled to travel to Vermont to conduct both an in-person and a virtual anti-racism and yoga workshop.
With yoga folks.
That sounds like fun. Up until this past weekend, I have not disclosed my vax status to anyone other than my close friends and loved ones. However,
What you're saying is that people who go ahead, sorry. Continue.
However, the day before I was to fly to Vermont, I decided to tell my host, who I will refer to here as the nice white Vermont lady, that I am not vaccinated. Since she requires proof of vaccination before allowing anyone entrance into her yoga studio, upon hearing that I am not vaccinated, she decided that she could not in good faith bring me to her community or allow me entrance into Vermont.
What? Since when is one fucking person the gatekeeper to Vermont?
I'm pretty sure you can still travel there.
you folks can't come into Vermont. Fuck you.
Folks.
As a result of her doing what she felt was right in protecting the great white state of Vermont from me.
Wow.
Okay, I love what keyword is. Vermixent. Vermixent.
I decided that I didn't.
Sorry. I was going to say Vermonks.
I decided that I did not want to conduct an anti-racism workshop with a bunch of white vaccinated Vermonters who don't want my unvaccinated black ass in their state.
Good.
So
Then
everybody
get the fuck
wins.
out of the country, bitch.
That sounds like a win for Vermont on multiple levels.
This isn't even bad faith. Bad faith implies that there's some sort of intelligence going on that you're drawing from. No, this person's just stupid. This person is just a dumbass.
The following are email exchanges between myself and the host, nice white Vermont lady, who I consider to be a friend of mine. Who I considered to be a friend of mine.
I would just like to clarify my earlier statement. She's not stupid. She's stupid, ignorant, uninformed. Oh, scroll back up. What did she say? Stupid, ignorant, uninformed, uneducated, afraid, and selfish. There you go. That is what she is.
All right. So here's her email to the lady who rescinded her reservation. Hi, nice white Vermont lady. I have decided to cancel the anti-racism and yoga workshops. I hate it here. I don't belong here.
Good, leave.
Hopefully this is a suicide note. And I won't be and can't be silent about this any longer. The time has come for me to speak up about this. I understand you will say whatever you want and need to say to those who signed up as to why we're canceling again, and so will I.
Get to the fucking point.
Seriously.
I am going to speak my truth, which is that the great white state of Vermont is a danger to my queer black woman body. Just like the great white state of Vermont feels like I am a danger to them. A familiar sentiment that is shared by the rest of this country as black bodies are already criminalized.
Bullshit.
Oh my god. This person, this is like the ultimate Karen move right here is to not only talk to the manager, but to create a long, drawn out, pointless letter criticizing the management.
Keeper says that move to Africa, Shaniqua. Damn, fucking folks.
I'm preparing to post an essay about this, another dangerous, violent, and racist direction the country is heading towards because of this first iteration of the vaccine and those insistent on everyone getting it, which is the restriction of rights, access, and movement of unvaccinated people, which inevitably means a hell of a lot of black folks like
Oh,
me.
fuck you. Use the right fucking word, you lazy piece of shit.
I would love it if the response letter was just, folks is not a word.
Go folks yourself.
No, the response letter is to send it back but correct it in red pen.
Yeah.
And put a big F at the top. Like, you failed.
I will
Folks.
refund all money I have received, including the workshop registrations and the deposit you sent me. I just need a little time because I'm having to do a lot right now to consider my physical safety due to the fact that this is the second time in 30 days that I've been displaced at the last minute.
You displaced yourself, bitch.
Yes.
The first
Folks.
time was on my birthday when my aunt asked me to leave her home because I'm gay. She is an ultra-conservative Christian, the whole story of which I was going to tell you about as we spent time together in Vermont today. Oh, and she missed out on that. And the second time I was displaced was yesterday when you asked me not to come to Vermont because I'm not vaccinated, as I was depending on the housing you were going to provide as my host. I'm now having to scramble to make other housing arrangements. Note to the reader, I'm a nomad.
You're a
Oh
gypsy?
my
Okay.
So
God,
you're homeless. Just say you're homeless.
you're
Yeah.
homeless. There's no other way of putting it. Why is this becoming a thing where homeless people are just pretending that they're like it's like the millennial urbanite thing to do? Oh, I'm not homeless. I'm a nomad. I travel the country. I am a citizen of the world.
Fuck you, you're a hobo.
Dax,
It's
Walking the earth.
Dax
It's-
says,
Samuel L.
Dax is-
Jackson.
okay, hear me out. Anti-racist folks music's festival.
it's like the
Mixing chicks.
Nixmed.
Nixmed.
nomad is like if you took a Burning Man participant crossed with a homeless man, maybe I was forgetting the third thing.
Well, see, a nomad is actually somebody that can actually live off the land instead of begging people on the internet for pity
Yes.
bucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is just, oh, poor me, poor me. Feel sorry for my sorry black ass. That's basically exactly what this person is saying, because they keep wanting to use the whole black thing.
Donate to my Patreon.
Yeah, it's like that big old fat black woman that had her. She was doing that seminar, but at the bottom, she just happened to have her PayPal account name at the bottom.
I'm
Just,
glad.
can I just give this author some advice? Just be a nomad of the ocean, will you? Just row your boat out into the middle of the ocean and just stay there for the rest of your life.
Preferably into a hurricane.
I'm glad I told you my vax status. I'm glad you made the decision you felt is best for you and all the people of the great, white, highly vaccinated state of Vermont. Had this not happened, I would still be hiding and silent, but no more. The time has come for me to speak out.
Oh my God, she's getting some balls.
I'm not
Balls.
the only
Balls.
gender-neutral balls.
Balls. Balls.
I'm not the only black person who feels like I do. I am not the only black person who has made the decision to not get the vax right now. Perhaps we just have been quietly not getting the vax and not talking about it because the vaxxers and the anti-vaxxers are so loud, volatile, divisive, and nasty about it, and we don't trust having these conversations with anyone on either side. Neither side represents, understands, or seems to care about us. I am not an anti-vaxxer, and as long as it is assumed there are only vaxxers and anti-vaxxers, they will continue to completely miss me and all the black folks like me
Oh my
Folks,
who
folks.
don't
Fuck you and your black folks, bitch. Oh my god.
who don't black the way y'all want us to,
Say
which is
what?
which is very on brand for the left, the white liberals, white progressives, the Democrats, and this nation.
Did she just use an ethnic group as a verb?
Yep.
Okay, so enlighten me. How do you black exactly? How exactly does a person black?
Because I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black.
Someone
I
sing
hate to
Fear of
use
a Black
the word
Cat.
black as a verb, but oh my god, you can so black it's ridiculous.
As an author, you know that I'm working on my upcoming book, and I've been writing some sections about this virus and vaccine shit show exclusively for about 9 days. Between lots of breathing, meditating, crying, and seeking the guidance and wisdom of my own inner voice and my ancestors, because I know who and what I risk losing once I go public with this. I'm not always as brave as everyone thinks I
Okay,
am.
this is where I
Oh,
say, Q Jack, buy my book, buy my book.
Buy my book. Buy my book.
That's exactly what this. I've got a book coming out, and yeah, is it a children's
Oh
book?
my-
Is it the 2-page? Oh my god, my life sucks book.
Can I?
Should
There
I
is
get the
nothing more. There's
Should I-
there's nothing.
Go ahead.
Should I get the vaccine? Let me consult my ancestors.
Folks.
All right,
There's
Mulan.
nothing. There's nothing more pathetic. It makes me feel sad whenever I hear someone talking about how brave they are for doing something. Gee, that's so self-indulgent. It's so bullshit.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
racist to Indians.
yes, yes. Oh, and Frosted. It's not Mulan anymore. It's Muluxin.
Listen.
Bye.
Brave isn't as bad as Savage, so we probably don't need to check in on Johnny Hellcat. But you still said a very, very nasty word, so thoughts and
Fuck.
prayers.
Buy my books.
Buy my book.
Previously, I have intentionally not disclosed my vax status publicly. Sunday was the first time I opened up about this and sought the perspective of two friends in my inner circle, a vaccinated black man and a vaccinated white woman.
Whoa. You can't capitalize black without capitalizing white. Sorry, that just doesn't fly here.
No,
Well,
that's
it's
how
already
you
did.
black properly.
Got it. Thank you. I've been set straight. Black is now officially a verb.
My discussions with them is what contributed to me having a shift in my previous stance to not disclose my vax status, which is why I decided to tell you that I'm not vaccinated.
Why don't
Yes.
you just fucking lie and say that you are? Done. It's that fucking easy. Really.
Yesterday and today, I've been on the phone with all of my friends letting them know what is happening, and all of them have offered to house me and support me in whatever ways I need, and to help create a plan of protection and care for my queer black body, so I can hopefully exit the
Oh, there
United...
it is. There it is. Ding, ding,
No.
ding, 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 ding,
No.
ding.
Wow.
No.
There it is. There it is. I was
Why?
waiting for it. I was waiting for it.
Okay.
Stop saying bodies. It's creepy. You
If-
creepy fuck.
If someone tells you they will gladly house your body, do not stay with them.
Yeah. Because you might end up in a hole under their back porch.
Creepy as
For-
fuck.
So I can hopefully exit the United States in a few weeks without incident.
Oh, yes, please. Get the fuck out of this country and never come back. Done. We will help. I will help you along. Come on, you need some money. I'll give you $1, and that'll be enough.
I vote we start a charity to help people who want to leave America to move, to pack.
Yes, absolutely. I would be in line to give money to this If we want them, all these fucking people that are complaining that the United States is such a fucking racist country, I'll be the first one in line to say, "Oh shit, I will fund that boat right fucking there." Get out.
Give me
I
a
will
dollar and I'll go to the United
volunteer.
States.
I'll volunteer. I'll put in a few hours a day to helping someone move who wants to get the fuck out.
What was that, Terry?
Give me a dollar and I promise not to come to the United States.
We'll ship them all to Australia.
Yeah. Australia is now a prison colony once again.
Exactly.
And
And
Terry
build
can
a-
say,
Go
and
ahead.
Terry can promise as many times as you have dollars.
Yeah.
And build a wall in the entirety of the like just frame the entire continent of Australia with a gigantic wall. A big beautiful
Yeah,
wall.
We've got a wall
sorry.
of water around the entire continent. We're fine.
Yeah, sorry, Terry. Your continent never stopped being a prison.
Well, now it's definitely a prison.
Yeah, your country is recapturing its roots.
Yeah, Pete even says we never weren't a prison colony.
But honestly, I've been prepared to die for what I believe in for a long time.
Okay.
If I'm killed for what I'm about to say publicly about how I'm not getting this vax right now, I'm ready. Yes, because I'm sure a lynch mob is gonna come get her because she said she's not vaxxed. Or maybe I'll die of COVID first, which would rid the world of one more unvaccinated black life.
Okay.
Even still, I'm ready.
Okay. Bye.
I will have all the money refunded by the end of the day tomorrow at the latest. And as a side note, while you and all of your students are getting a full refund from me and are being fully restored financially as a result of you denying me access to the great white state of Vermont, it is only me, the queer black woman, who is not being restored financially in this situation. As a matter of fact, I have lost money in all of this due to flight and hotel changes and buying a $600 non-refundable train ticket that I only purchased because of the money I was making off both of these workshops.
Well, who was the genius who got a non-refundable ticket?
Yeah. Dumb shit.
I just want to bring this to your attention as an additional harm caused to me, this one financial. But at least you and the white vaccinated Vermonters who signed up for my workshops won't lose a penny.
Oh, lovely. They have the response. Oh, this is going to be fun. I doubt it, but I would love to like just edit out this fucking response and just put in my own response.
Yeah, alright, so here's the lady's response. Oh dear, I really love you, Tina, and I want you to be safe. I'm so sorry our plans ended up having to change, and I really do hope you don't feel my decision as an act of hostility. I care about your black life, and I want it to be a long, healthy, and joyous one. I hope you still think of me as a friend. I love you.
I highly
See,
doubt
I
that this
think-
woman
I
used
think
What a
correct response-
bitch!
I think the correct response is a quote from Blazing Saddles.
God. And I highly doubt that this woman used a capital B in the black life. This bitch is editing her fucking response.
I love how this is supposed to be the bad guy.
Yeah.
How
Just-
dare you love me and hope that everything good happens to me?
Wow. So
All
this
right.
person responded back to her
You
response.
racist.
Oh, Jesus.
Alright, and here's the author responding back. Hi, I'm
You
going to...
didn't give me the response I wanted, bitch. You're supposed to call me a fucking blah, blah, blah. Yes, and whatever.
Hi, I'm going to send an email to explain to those who registered why I canceled both the workshops back in June and now these two. Folk putting me out is starting to feel like a trend. First it was because I'm gay, and now because I'm unvaccinated. Can't have all these white Vermonters thinking I'm just some flake.
Well, you sure as fuck are doing a hard job of trying to seem like you are.
Though one of the things that I'm struggling with and processing deeply is what it means to love someone. I mean, I understand that love can mean a lot of different things, but I'll tell you how you telling me that you love me feels right now.
Oh my god.
God.
Go fuck yourself. Bitch.
Shut the fuck up.
My father disowned me for being gay 4 years ago in the name of Jesus.
Aw.
To this
You were
day,
gay
he
in the name of Jesus?
Yep. To this day, he swears that he loves me. He just can't be around me because he does not approve of or agree with the way I live my life, from a biblical perspective, of course.
I love
Maybe he
that.
just doesn't like you because you're a pretentious bitch.
Yes, and I love how she
I
keeps
raised a
having to.
bad one.
She puts addendums at the end of each of these little statements in the name of Jesus or from a biblical perspective, of course. You don't have to. He's like that's desperation right there.
It's not like he doesn't already know that you hate his God.
Yeah.
Think that might play into it, sweetheart?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Alright, so yeah, she got rejected by a couple people for being gay, yada yada.
Thank you. Blah 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 blah. Next. I told you this is a 12-minute fucking read. We're gonna turn this motherfucker into like 45 minutes.
She must feed the chips on her shoulders crackers like they're
Oh, for fuck's sake!
like they're parrots.
Okay, I got it. Okay, go ahead and read the response to the response to the response.
Alright, and here's the white lady's response. Wow, wow, wow. I can't fucking believe you are equating me promoting vaccination with homophobia / kicking you out of housing. I'm sorry you feel the love I expressed is a lie. Being queer is who you are, and who I am too. I am bi.
Oh, bullshit. That is
Not-
so fucking fake.
Not vaccinating is a choice you are making. During our first conversation, it felt to me, although this totally might have been wishful thinking on my part, that you were wavering, possibly open to getting immunized. But then during our second phone talk, it felt like you had really hardened into your position. I'm so sorry we disagree about how to best protect communities, including black communities, from this nightmare that has killed over 600,000 people, disproportionately black and brown.
It's fake. Hmm.
I take care of my dear friend's kids, and they are way too young to get vaccinated, so that is part of why I'm extra careful. Yes, Vermont is the second whitest state, and that sucks. But a lot of my community here is
Why
black and
does
brown,
it suck, you stupid bitch? Why does it suck?
because white people are awful,
Yes, my
And-
bad. Sorry.
and I'm protecting them. They are my friends and family, and they are vulnerable. I am kicking
Why,
myself...
Go ahead. Mm-mm. Go ahead.
I'm kicking
Go
myself so hard for not simply asking you if you were vaccinated when you said you wanted to come to Vermont. I know you know I was so excited to host you. Again, I am nothing but sorry that this has happened. I hope we can heal this rift someday. I want to give you all the space you need, but I am not running from this conversation. I am here if you want to process it further. That
This
piece of
person,
shit.
yeah, you
Yeah.
can tell that this person on the other end is jumping through 10 billion hoops trying to word this thing as not to offend the person on the other side.
Yeah.
Yes.
You can like see the gears turning as she overwords her response.
Yeah. I love you so fucking much. I see. I'm a bisexual now too. See, I'm one of you. See.
All right, so so this incident has illuminated two very important points. One, there is a population of black folks who are not getting vaccinated, and we may or may not be talking about it. The vaxxers yelling at us and blaming us because they can't, or choose not to, see their grandma isn't doing the convincing and persuading they think it's doing. Both the vaxxers and anti-vaxxers need to consider they are missing out on even engaging in conversation with us about our decision, because both seem to be too busy yelling at and fighting with each other while also blaming and shaming us.
So don't think about the pandemic, think about me. What a dirtbag.
But the most important point is this. We need to be careful not to advocate for forced vaccinations of all people. We need to be concerned that the violent and racist threat is in restricting the rights, access, and movement of unvaccinated people, which will disproportionately affect black and brown people.
What
would be
about me?
which would be very
She
on
almost
brand.
gets it right there, but then she pigeonholes it with
Which w-
it affects black and brown
Black
people.
and brown
Affected
people.
most importantly.
Yeah,
Oh no.
because if you affect a white person, it doesn't matter. But if it's a black and brown person, oh, we have to put a stop to that.
Well, of
which
course.
which would be very on brand for America.
America must like the K key must have stuck there.
Forcing
There's
people
not
to
even a
get
K in America, so she shouldn't have been hitting the K key in the beginning.
Well, considering that she believes that folks is actually a fucking word, I guess America is actually good too.
Can I just say, I hope that this person gets COVID.
forcing people to get vaccinated is dangerous, especially for the black community. If you don't understand why from a historical, medical, and scientific racism point of view, I don't know what to tell you other than to learn some history about the racist shit that has been done to us by this country historically, medically, and scientifically. Stop saying you understand why the black community is hesitant or resistant to get the vaccine, while at the
Yeah.
same time
Go ahead.
acting like you don't understand why the black community is hesitant and resistant to get the vaccine.
First of all, this woman can go fuck herself. Second of all, Keever just brought up a point that I forgot. You know what does have a K in it? The word black. So it's black community.
My hope is that the U.S. will not use the success rate of the great white state of Vermont as an example of how we can rid the country of COVID, because there are a plethora of other factors as to why Vermont has such great success with COVID and this vaccine. But that's a discussion about the impacts of racism, white supremacy, capitalism, and more for another blog post.
Somebody buy
I'm
this
not like-
fucking woman a first class ticket to fucking Vermont and make her stay there.
There's a difference between saying Black Lives Matter and actually loving black people.
I don't
just
do
need-
either of those things.
I kind of just hope that this person, when they die, they go to heaven, but in heaven is all white people, and then they realize, oh my god, I was in hell the whole time.
No, heaven requires a vaccine.
Yes, vaccine passport required.
I just need people who love black people to stop policing us. Stop policing us in all the ways. That includes when it comes to this vaccine.
Now see, that would be Hevixen. Wow. Wow, this woman. I'm just wow. Just fucking wow. I don't understand a single fucking point this woman is trying to make, because they are all so goddamn loopy and out there that
It sounds.
She was kicked out by her father for being gay.
But I think all this could have been avoided if the woman from Vermont had just said, "I wish you'd never been born." That would have made her feel so much better.
That's true.
oh my god. Have a magical day.
So, Jack, is your headache any better?
I hate you.
Well,
Oh my
He gets an endorphin rush from this shit. This is
Oh,
better
yeah.
than sex to this man.
This is
Is
Frosted fucking, this is
pissing everyone off.
this is his crack, man. This really is your fucking crack, isn't it?
well, that's all I have for tonight. But next week will be the
dear God.
1 year anniversary of the corner.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Oh no.
And who's our 1 year anniversary guest?
And
Ox.
for the special, there's a, we want to thank first of all Ranting Monkey, because he kind of came up with the idea of the corner and sending me there, so kind of invented the namesake. And also, Jack Cochran was our first guest. He's been here since the beginning. So next week we are doing something unprecedented, and we are crossing the streams.
Oh my god.
That's right.
Oh.
With Monkey in the Morning, we are having both Monkey and Jack Cochran on.
Wow.
Oh, great. Does that mean that we can kick me off so that we can keep the 5 guest
No. We're chaining
on!
we're chaining you to the wall.
Damn it.
Your new name is going to be Jack Kukunski.
I was close to escaping.
Or would it be Jack Kukunski?
Folks.
Oh my god. Oh, you know what? I was thinking about when she was like, she kept using that stupid fucking word. So people that have been vaccinated, can they be Volkses? They're Volks.
Volkswagen.
So who do you think whose article do you think was worse? This one or Smart House Lady?
Oh, I don't know, but this one here just, oh my god, you just want to go and punch a baby after reading this fucking one.
There's a reason I saved this one for last.
This was my favorite article of the lot. I like this one the most because the Vermont lady was just so nice and like she's trying to paint this woman as this heartless bitch, and the reply is, "Well, I'm so sorry you took it. No, that was never my intention. How can I make this up to you?
Like, I love you."
Did you see what that bitch said to me?
Yeah, I'm so sorry to put you out. You know, I hope there's no hard feelings between any of us. It's like, listen up, you racist bitch.
Well, this is the people who praise this sort of ideology. They always try and address it as being nice, and this is the counterpoint to that. These people are not nice. They are vicious. They are extremely vicious, and they will try to destroy you if you wrong them. This is not nice at all, and they think that they have a moral high ground that is inherent to them because of their skin color or because they are gay.
They're narcissistic, vindictive assholes with chips on their shoulders that put the Gears of War shoulder pads to shame.
And that is why they are so deserving of criticism, because they have to understand that no, not everyone is going to toe your fucking line and let you walk all over them. I'm not going to let you walk over me. Fuck off.
Frost is responding to it. She sounds like a really nice lady. Can you give me her number? In case I need her to be a guest on my show.
Vermont.
Oh
Wow.
Please hit respond. I want that comment posted.
Yes.
He did it too.
Wow.
Oh, that's perfect.
Wonderful.
What a way to end the show.
Well, so I'll take the time to show my co-host and guest. Jack Gunsky has Clippers United on Sundays at 7 p.m. EST. Let's see. Moonshock has his Twitch channel where he plays games that aren't as good as Super Seducer, linked in the description.
And Super Seducer has been released on a whole new platform. I think it's Nataku. I don't know how to pronounce it. So Moonshock, you're running out of excuses.
Hey, buy me the game and I will stream it. There you go. That's my response.
Let's see. Terry is on Clippers United. He's on Hammer and Della Hayes' Dominions of the Zoo Knights. He's on Six's Sober streams. At Johnny Hellcat streams.
Oh, and 6, I did want to apologize. I always get your messages, but I apologize for not actually answering them, and also for not being available because I've got a bunch of other stuff going on at the same time. So I do apologize for that, man.
It's no problem, man.
Well, this week was the nice bike stream.
Right, did I get everything, Terry?
Yes.
All right. And anything you want to shill, 6?
I guess the only thing I really want to shill is the lovely coyote that still to this day is on that pier, just running around in a circle over and over and over and over and over and
So
over again.
you went back to the pier and he's still there.
Oh yeah, he's still there. He's just running around in a circle over and over and over again.
They say
He really
he's
likes
still
that
running
pier.
there to this day.
Yeah.
All right, so tune in next week, Friday, 11:30 p.m. EST, where we'll have the Ranting Monkey and Jack Cochran for a special
that's gonna be a
1-year
good one.
anniversary of the corner.
You got to find some good articles too, especially ones like this where Monkey and just like loses fucking tit. Wait, I shouldn't say that.
Oh, don't worry. There
It's a
are
slip of
there are
the
a
tit.
couple that I had available that I wanted to save for next week because they were worse.
Oh God, you can't get worse than this. Yeah, actually, yes, you can.
All right.
This is
so,
Frost we're talking about.
Yeah.
You can
All right.
always find worse.
So we'll see you next week, everybody.
See you
Have a good
later.
night.
Boy!
Don't forget to go, folks, people.
Still.